What up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Funboxing with Will. I am your host, Will, with H2O Co. Film and Photo, and today we're going to be doing a review on an EDC item that's quickly risen to the top of my list of great EDC tools to carry. It's the Andrew Demko 20.5 AD, the Andrew Demko AD 20.5 Knife Center exclusive, and we're going to be talking about that today. So let's get into that review. And we're back. Alrighty, guys, just before we get into the review, as always, I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, anybody who's just stopped in to check out one of my videos. I do a lot of tech reviews, and I throw in some EDC every once in a while because those are the two topics that really interest me. I hadn't put out a video in the last couple months because I've been very busy in my professional career, doing some work for the local fire department, making up some videos for them, as well as moving. As you can see, I'm in a new home again. I've moved twice in this last year, so it's been a pretty hectic year, but I am getting back to doing these videos for you guys, and I appreciate you guys still consistently viewing my videos and subscribing to my channel. There will be more content coming in the future, trust me. And so that being said, thank you guys. I appreciate you, and if you find anything in this video at all useful or informative, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and hit the bell notifications. Turn that on if you want to get notified of future content that I release. Every view is very appreciated, and it's all because of you guys, so thank you guys very much. So we're going to switch on over now to the top-down view of the knife, and we're going to check out the AD 20.5 Andrew Demko exclusive from Knife Center. Let's check that out. Alright, guys, we're here at the top-down view. I apologize if it's not the best view of the knife. Let me see if I can fix some lighting here, get rid of some of these shadows maybe. If you know me, you know that I do a lot of tech reviews. I don't do very many top-down videos, so I just threw the setup together real quick, and I hope that it's sufficient. I'm trying to get rid of some of these shadows here and everything. So basically, okay, so here is the AD 20.5. It is an Andrew Demko model KnifeWorks exclusive, and from what I am aware, they have currently 5 variants of this knife. They have the original, which is a machine ground, the MG20, and that was a custom knife that he sold for about $650. Then they had the AD 20.5 that came in AUS 10 steel, and that one was around $140 with Grivery scales, very similar to this. I think that a lot of people had an issue spending that much money on AUS 10 steel, and because of that, it pushed them to create a couple more variants, and that led to this exclusive, which is in D2 steel, D2 or K112 steel, which is the same chemical composition as D2. And then they have 2 more variants, one in titanium and 3V CPM steel, and one in CPM 3V and carbon fiber. The titanium version runs about $365. The carbon fiber version runs about $265. Now, if I had known that the carbon fiber version was about to be released, I would not have purchased this one. I would have waited, as I feel like that is the best bang for your buck as far as steel quality and materials via the price. The price point of $140 for AUS 10, I just couldn't do it. I wanted this knife for so long, but I refused to buy it because of the type of steel and the cost. Now that I have purchased it, I absolutely love it. It is one of my favorite EDC knives. It's replaced my most commonly carried knife, the Para 3, which is right here. It is a little bit over 3 inches, so if you live in an area that has regulations on the size of knife that you can carry, unfortunately this won't be something that you can carry with you. As you can see how it matches up to the Para 3, here it is up against the Ontario Rat Model 2 in D2 steel, up against the Bug Out. There's the Bug Out right there up against, it's about the same size as the Bug Out, a little taller than the Bug Out, but about the same size. And then there it is up against the Para 2 military from Spyderco. So these are definitely not small knives, but they're not gigantic either. They're, for me, perfect size for your hand. I love the ergos on it. I love that you can get a full 4-finger grip, and then if you even want, you can choke up because of this choil. I like the jimping in the back. They've done a really good job with the jimping. The thing that impresses me the most is the locking mechanism, of course, though. The locking mechanism itself is amazing. Andrew Demko, if you're not aware, created the Triad lock, which Cold Steel uses in a lot of their models. It has been boasted to be the strongest lock of any folding lock on the planet so far, and I've seen it where the blades have broken before the locks failed on these things. I think they're rated at like 1,200 pounds or something ridiculous like that. So apparently this locking mechanism is going to be just as strong, or if not stronger than the Triad lock, is what they're saying. And I'm going to go ahead and throw a little screen snippet here of what the internals look like on camera real quick. As you can see, this pin right here with the spring is hollowed out and it slides between those two pins basically. And when the blade comes in, when the blade opens and comes open, it pushes this pin between the pushes this slide between the pin and the blade itself, creating multiple points of contact, which leads to very little blade play. There's no blade play in this knife. And it also leads to just a super fidget friendly deployment and release on this knife. The positioning of the tab, unlike some other locks that I've seen, Cold Steel has one, I forget the name of it. I think it's like the Endura lock or something like that. It's basically the same concept, but it's positioned back here. So it's basically where a Triad lock would be, which means you have to reposition your hand when closing the knife. And with this one, the way it's positioned, you don't have to reposition your hand from the user position. So when you're holding it, you can use it and then go straight to closing it, and not have to readjust your grip and come down here to close it, which I think is just perfect. And the one sad thing I do think about this design is the pocket clip. I would have loved to have seen a deep carry pocket clip on this, and you can get them aftermarket third party. I think I'm probably going to invest in one of those just because I prefer deep carry pocket clips. It doesn't really create a hot spot in the hand or anything. It's very comfortable the way it is. So I hope by putting a deep carry clip on, it won't change that, because this is a pretty much perfect design as far as I'm concerned. And they've even given a little bit of extra room so that when this lock starts to wear, it's going to send this pin further into place, and it's just going to create a stronger lockup on the knife the more you use it. So it's very intuitive. The sad part is the lock is patented and copyrighted, so unless Andrew Demko releases it, which I don't see happening anytime soon, these are the only knives you're going to see this lock on, which is quite a shame, because I could just imagine how amazing say a Hogue Ritter would be with one of these, as I prefer drop point blade profiles on my knives. But that's just a personal preference. If you are into EDC blades and you like good quality pocket knives, check out the AD 20.5. I'd go for the carbon fiber variant. I will leave links in the description to the carbon fiber variant on Knife Center and the Andrew Demko website itself. That's it for today, guys. I really appreciate you sticking around for this knife review. Again, just a disclaimer, I don't promote the use of any knife as a weapon. These are strictly cutting tools and I am strictly doing a review on a cutting tool. So I don't want anybody to think that I promote violence or, you know, knives as weapons. These are tools in my opinion, and that's all I use them for, or promote or talk about them as. So other than that, I hope everyone has a great day. Check this out, stay safe, and above all, stay creative, my friends. We need more of that in this world. You guys have a great night.